welcome back to Jordan's Everyday DIY. We are kind of between projects, at least fabrication projects. Pan around here and you can see in my shop, it is completely torn apart. If you have seen any of my videos, it was all previously sheeted, but it was not insulated. And here in Michigan, we need these things insulated. I need to use this shop more than just a few months a year. So in the process of doing that. Right now, I also don't have a ceiling. This barn has a furnace in it, as you can see there. Buddy of mine's gonna come do some drywall on the ceiling, getting spray foam done in the walls, get those resheeted, get it all kind of sealed up. So what I'm gonna do today is something I've never done before, so I thought, well, heck, let's make a video on it. I am going to put in a attic ladder. Seems pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I went and picked one up today at Home Depot, and I thought, well, let's make a video about it and see how easily this goes for those of you that have never done this before. Let's learn together. So right now, the one I bought is an 8 foot to 10 foot. I think it just depends on the angle of the ladder. Once it's open, it'll do 8 or 10. This happens to be a 10-foot ceiling. It measures, it says 22.5 by 54, I think it says. It actually measures 22 by 53 3/8. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a couple of 4x4s and get those screwed in between the rafters here. And then we'll get a couple of support pieces screwed to the underside that I can turn this thing. I've already put it up there. I'm usually working alone, and I didn't show how I put it up there because it ain't very safe. I'm not making safety videos necessarily, so you figure out how to get that up there yourself, but I've already put it up there. I'm gonna screw a couple of 2x4s across the bottom of these that I can turn this thing and drop it down in place, get it all shimmed and screwed into the trusses. However, since I'm going to be having 5/8 inch drywall put on this, I will make a 1/2 inch and 1/8 inch shim that I'm going to screw to the underside of that too, so that the actual attic stair mechanism sits down by about 5/8 of an inch. That way when my buddy comes in and does the drywall, it kind of flushes out and I can trim it out later. So I cut the 4x4s already. I just cut them to 22.5 inches to go in between these. So let's get up there and get those screwed in place. Okay, so it just so happens that I want the attic stairs to come to about here. This is gonna be a hinge point, open up down that way into my shop. So I'm gonna make a line just before here, and we're gonna screw in one of the 4x4 blocks here. And then I'm gonna measure 53.5 down that way, and we'll put in the other one square. So let's do that one first. I'm gonna be putting 4 screws in each end of this. So let's just go from about right here, and we put it in there. We'll make sure it's square with the square. Now you see right off the bat, I'm high here. This one's a little twisted and this one's a little wide. So we're gonna have to pull these in with the screws. Actually, I'm probably gonna go down and get one of my longer clamps and close this up with the clamp. All right, we're gonna measure 53.5 down that way, and we'll get the other one done. Okay, so we got those screwed in place. If you remember, I mentioned that my buddy is going to be putting 5/8 inch drywall on this ceiling, type X for fire ratings. So I need to create, I have a 1/2 inch block and an 1/8 inch block. I'm going to take these 2x4s and screw them to the underside here with these spacers, so that when I drop this thing in, it sits down 5/8 of an inch, so that he'll flush out the drywall when he installs it. So let's see what we can do with these. All right, so now that we've dropped this in, I'm gonna try to make sure we get it nice and squared up in this hole, get it shimmed, get a couple of initial screws in it. Here, remove these 2x4s, then we'll be able to open it and put the rest of the screws in to here, and then I think that'll about have it. Okay, so my phone started running out of data availability, so I had to go and clear a few things. So anyways, you can see here, I got the ladder in. I got a couple screws in each end. Now I'm just gonna go back up and put screws in the side. I gotta tell you, it was pretty simple. I would encourage you to try it. I think what I'll do now, at 10 foot, you'll see that those are squared off. I'm gonna cut just a little bit of an angle on the bottom of the feet. So that's it, man. I think it's pretty easy. Pretty easy deal. And actually it wasn't that heavy either putting it up there by yourself, but it is a little awkward. But pretty easy video. Hopefully this helps you if you want to install one of these. Again, I had never done one before. It's pretty easy. So good luck, and until next time, stay blessed.